Thank you, Joseph, for that introduction. I think you've touched on the geopolitics and why it's so important that we're convening here today. Welcome, everybody, and good morning, and welcome to the London Design Centre here in Islington. As mentioned, I am indeed Nusrat Ghani, and my portfolio extends to cover all of advanced manufacturing in the UK. So that's everything from critical minerals, steel, to aerospace. So this subject is incredibly key to me because I can't get to the end product without working with all of you to get hold of the basic minerals. I'm really honoured to be welcoming you to the 20th Resourcing Tomorrow's conference, which is Europe's largest mining event. It's always key to make sure that is noted for any press in the audience. I also want to thank Andrew Thake for inviting me and to the organisers for putting on such a marvellous programme of events this week. It's really fitting that we're meeting here in London to discuss such critical topics. We've already referenced COP taking place in just a few days' time. London is indeed the global centre of international mining and financing and has long been the meeting point for traders, miners, financiers and global business, and it's absolutely critical that this continues going forward as well. I know for many of you it's been an incredibly busy few weeks or few months. We've had the conference at the Critical Minerals Association, events at the Critical Minerals Intelligence Centre, and I just most recently was with most of you at London Metals Week. So it's good to see the community getting together in person and regardless of the challenges continuing to be public and supportive of mining and minerals. Since I've been in post as your minister, it's been my goal to make sure that not only industry but government prioritises the work that you do. And to that end, I rewrote our critical minerals strategy and reflecting on the work that we just did a few months earlier, about a year ago, to make sure that we had you as a top priority. I know everybody in this room knows how important critical minerals are to the global economy and, of course, to our everyday lives. It's always curious I have to defend this part of my portfolio because nothing could be achieved without mining and minerals, not even all of our advancements in medicine, for example, or achieving net zero with electric panels or solar panels or, of course, electric vehicles. And as already mentioned, demand is only going to grow as more and more countries get ambitious to achieving net zero. As well as refreshing our government's critical minerals strategy, I was keen to work closely with industry, and to that end, I set up a task and finish group on industry resilience on critical minerals. They're reporting to me at the end of this year. It's another opportunity for us in the UK and also with our partners overseas to see the vulnerabilities in manufacturing and what more we need to do to promote resilient supply chains and, as mentioned earlier on, not be reliant on one nation on mining or processing, refining, let alone manufacturing. The Task and Finish group is an independent group, and I'm looking forward to finding their findings they will present to me, and we'll continue then to promote the critical supply chains that we have in the UK. To show how important mining, metals and minerals are to us, we recently produced the Advanced Manufacturing Plan. That's a multi-billion-pound programme of work to support all the manufacturing sector in the UK. And I, on Sunday, produced our first ever battery strategy. Once again, metals and minerals are going to be key in making sure that we achieve those objectives. So any work that we do within the portfolio, your sector is absolutely front of that. Both those documents set our long-term goals for supporting businesses right along the supply chain to ensure we have the materials we need going forward to power the technologies we need to succeed. And both the documents reflect the importance of critical minerals in the 21st century and the importance my department and the government places on this work. While we are gathered here in London, I want to take the opportunity to highlight the UK's strengths in mining and what we have to offer in terms of expertise and partnerships to other governments and businesses around the world. Firstly, we are leaders in environmental, social and corporate governance standards in mining, and we work closely with mining companies, trade associations and standard-setting organisations to support the expansion of ESG standards in the global mining industry worldwide. We also have world-level expertise in mining research and development and have invested £1.45 billion in critical minerals research and resilience since 2017. The UK also boasts the world-leading Campbell School of Mines and the British Geological Survey, one of the world's foremost geological surveys and host of the new UK Critical Minerals Intelligence Centre. We also have an excellent exports finance agency, UK Export Finance, which supports overseas mining projects and allows us to progress work in countries abroad in collaboration with businesses and overseas governments. We also boast a national innovation agency, Innovate UK, which has provided £15 million worth of new innovation funding to create a more resilient supply chain for rare earth elements found in wind turbines and electric vehicles. So you can see we have a lot to offer and expert resource at our disposal. We also have a wealth of British companies working in mining and critical minerals. For example, the British chemicals company Johnson's Matthey, which is the largest secondary recycler of platinum group metals in the world. As well as the big players, we also have emerging talents in the industry coming through from companies that have taken innovative approaches to solution solving, including hypermag and ionic technologies that recycle rare earth magnets and those that specialise in direct lithium extraction technology, such as water cycle technologies and Evolve. This year, British businesses reached some impressive milestones domestically. For example, Emirates and British Lithium formed a joint venture with the aim of creating the UK's first integrated producer of battery-grade lithium carbonate. And just in August, the UK Infrastructure Bank announced an equity investment of approximately £24 million to support Cornish Lithium, accompanied by an additional £30 million in private sector investment. This project will support the development of the UK's critical mineral supply chain and accelerate growth towards the commercial production of lithium. As the Minister for the Automotive Sector, we had another notable moment when Tata, the owner of Jaguar Land Rover, announced it will build a £4 billion electric vehicle battery factory in Somerset, the first gigafactory to be built by the company outside of India and the largest in Europe. So you can see we're making huge steps in the UK from the manufacturing end, from the mining end, and of course now we need to make sure that we do enough technology in the supply chain in between. We're also working with partners all over the world on projects that benefit both parties while helping the world transition to greener economies together and making sure expertise and experience is shared. As well as working with international governments, I'm very clear that the way forward in ensuring critical mineral supply chains are robust and resilient in the future is to work closely with industry and businesses. Excuse the pun, but we must mine your expertise and take advice from those with experience and understanding of mining. I've most recently just returned from Indonesia, Mongolia and Kazakhstan, and just yesterday met up with the Saudi delegation. So the UK is most definitely punching above its weight internationally. And of course, during London Metals Week, I was lucky enough to co-chair the Mineral Security Partnership with my colleague, Jose Fernandez. I think we'll be hearing more about that recently. As mentioned earlier, we have COP in a few days' time. And there are obviously challenges in trying to make people understand why it is important to continue to mine. All of the decisions that will be agreed at COP will not be delivered without mining. So this is the important message we need to get. You can be as ambitious as you want at the Emirates, but without all of you doing what you get to do, those ambitious targets will just not be reached. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody tomorrow morning for the opening address before the panel discussion on the EU Critical Raw Minerals Act, where I'll discuss why international collaboration is so important for improving resilience in global supply chains. For now, thank you for your time this morning and to Resourcing Tomorrow for hosting us. I know this is going to be incredibly productive and for me as a policymaker, incredibly informative. I look forward to meeting all of you in the margins of the next few days. Thank you so much for your time this morning.